Do something. That was the subtle cry that got me up this morning. It didn't come from my neighborhood, and it also came from my neighborhood. It's not in my immediate neighborhood, but it's also in my neighborhood. So as I opened my phone, checking, then I saw somebody I knew on the social media on YouTube crying out, say, come and see something that's happening in our land. How did we get here? What is happening? Then I looked. I don't know what to call it. I don't know how to define it. Then I tried to check. What's up? Why is she crying out for help? Then I found out that a young lady set up a house, beautiful, well designed, and the purpose of setting up the house is to raise up what I can call the army of Delilah, the Delilah generation. What is their purpose? Their purpose is to destroy the destinies of men and to waste the virtues of ladies, of the women folk. She's working hard to raise up a stream of young ladies that have no shame, no other goal in life than to wreck men. And this man can be your husband, can be your father, can be your brother, can be your son. You can see why this young lady woke up this morning shouting, help, help, somebody help. Come and see something. Then I see what can be done. Can we call in the security agents to come and do something about this? They must have seen this post. The lady posted her advert, I will call it advert, on a social media called TikTok, advertising what is called in Nigeria, Southwest Africa, Olosho. These are prostitutes, young ladies that go about wasting destinies of men. She paraded them. Some of them carry small bags, small purses. She chided them. Say, you don't carry small purse, you carry big bags, because you must come home to me every Sunday to pay 200,000. How you get it? You must get it. Most of operations are diverse, but they are very devious. They are diverse and very devious. They drug these men, they do what they can. They drain them. They turn them into carcass, a shadow of themselves. And that's why I said these victims of this Delilah generation that is being raised, the victims can be your father, the victim can be your husband, can be your son, can be your brother. And I try to check with an agency which I expect that may be able to help. The first one I call say, well, our own is to deal with gender violence and child abuse. And since this one has to deal with something else, then you have to go to those people that deal with trafficking. Then I try to contact those, and those ones say, well, prostitution is not an offense in Nigeria for now. So it can only become an issue that we can be called into if the ladies involved are forced to do it, or they are underage, or else there's nothing that can be done. Do you know what as far back as 30 years ago, part of their mode of operation, they go diabolical. They do what? They go diabolical. In a vehicle, about 30 years plus ago in Lagos. On Third Mainland Bridge in a minibus, two ladies that were involved in this kind of business, they were discussing about how they have done some diabolical work on their private parts, some musicians, some other things, and they were speaking the local dialect. So a lady that was beside them at the back of the minibus heard, but she behaved as if she couldn't understand what they were saying, and they asked her, "Hello, young lady, do you understand what we're saying? Do you understand? Do you flow with us?" Fortunately, that lady said, "Well, sorry, I wasn't listening. I don't know what you're talking about because I don't understand your language." She replied them, they were speaking local language, so she replied them in English. "Sorry, I don't know what you're speaking about." So they were saying, wow, that thing they did worked well for them. So you can imagine, once that one is done, any man that sleeps with them is gone. Is gone. And that was said, it may be your brother, it may be your sister, it may be your daddy, it may be your husband. That is why it's a clarion call. And will advise anyone, anyone that have this male in your family, try to talk to them. Try to advise them. Go and check the Bible. This is an old army. They are there. They call them the army of desolation, army of desecration. They work subtly. Remember how Delilah brought down Samson. Remember how women brought down King Solomon. The Bible says this outlandish, the Bible calls them outlandish women. It's in the book of Nehemiah. Brought down Solomon with all his wisdom. So the point is this channel, Nisinuga Reflection, is about relationships, about what pertains to your joy, your happiness, the well-being of your family. We are focused on maintaining of the joy of the family. That is why charity begins at home. Let every home be more united. Mothers, get close to your son. Discuss with your son so that your son will not be lost. Whatever age your son is, in our culture, a son is always a son to the parents. A daughter always a daughter to the parents. Warn your son, warn your daughter to be careful of who they associate with. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 33, evil communication corrupt good manners. He that walks with the wise will be wise, but the companion of fools shall be destroyed. You should be familiar with who your friends, who your children move with. The kind of friends they keep. The same thing goes for your daddy. Because once it happens, they come soliciting. Sometimes first of all, they come innocently, playing innocence. But that's a viper, that's a snake. Once the viper bites, that is the end. When the venom enters the body of the victim is a gun, it's just a function of time. That is why you see how many homes have been desecrated now. How many families have been destroyed now because of this army of desolation. And there is somebody on the social media proudly advertising this army of desolation. I call them the Delilah generation. And at close proximity, they are flirtatious, they are very loud. At close proximity, they now strike. So I can also call them the inglorious army. So I will give you some parts of the Bible to go and read so that you can have idea part of their module of operation, modus operandi. Mr. Yellow, you're welcome. Thank you for subscribing. May you, your brother, your friends not be a victim of this army of desolation. And you allow me, maybe I read some parts of the Bible so that you can see where I'm going, where I'm coming from. You call it the book of wisdom. It will guide you accordingly. Write it down. Proverbs chapter 6, verses 24 to 28 gives us an hint about this army of desolation. When I heard about it this morning, I was greatly disturbed. I said, what are we having now? What will be the fate of our children, of our daughters, these teenagers? And this, I don't know what to call her, has more than 1 million followers on TikTok. Raising up army to do what? They are not to work. They are to go after the souls of men, after destinies of men, to wreck them, to destroy them. Anyone that falls victim, it only takes special grace of God for them to get out of it. If the person is a CEO, the person will be drained. If the person does not lose the person's personality, it will take only grace of God. Like one man said, he said, because of the operation of a young lady, he lost his personality, he lost his integrity. So you can see, but he was able to survive it. That's why he's able to tell the story. But his integrity was lost, his personality was lost, because he was hit where it pained. But he has his life, he still has his family. But his family cannot be the same again, because what he did affected his family, affected his children. So then another portion I would like you to check out is Proverbs chapter 5, verses 3 to 10. He also talks about this. He said, for the lips of the strange woman drops as a honeycomb, and her mouth is sweeter than oil. But her hand is bitter as one wood, and sharp as a two-edged sword. May you not fall victim. May your brother, may your husband, may your father not fall victim to this generation of Delilah. Her feet goes down to death, and her steps take hold on hell. Do not ponder the path of her life, and do not follow her ways, because her ways are movable, you cannot know them. So listen and be wise, and don't fall victim. Another passage of the Bible which can help you to understand this better, share these passages with your brothers, with your daddies, with your uncles, with your male cousins, so that they can learn, so that they can escape this army of desecration that are out to destroy the destinies of men and waste the virtues of the ladies. That Proverbs chapter 7, from verse 5 to verse 27. Find time to read those places, then be able to learn more about how to escape these armies of desolation. So if the Lord cannot catch up with them, because is there another thing that can make the Lord to come after the lady, is if the lady houses them there and brings men to come and associate with those ladies within that same house. It's as if she praising them. That's when the Lord can come after her. But as if he just provide a house like a brothel for them, and they come there to sleep, to do whatever they want to do, and she launches them out to go after the souls and destinies of men, and they come back there once they are of age, and they are doing it of their own free volition. Then the Lord cannot come after them. So that's the hard fact. So that is why this reflection is coming up. This is a clarion call for you to save your soul, to save your destiny, that of your brother, that of your uncle, that of your father, that of your cousin, that of your husband, from this Delilah generation that are coming for their souls. They will come subtly. They will come with sweet mouth. They will come innocently. But remember, they are not coming for anything else. They are coming for your soul, the very essence of your being. What makes you to be called a man, they will take it away. The best thing for you is to avoid them. I can only avoid them by being wise. And this is why this reflection is coming up. So share it with your brother, with your sisters, so that your children will not follow this wrong way. There is dignity in labor, there is dignity in womanhood. There are jobs out there. Everything is not about money. Money is good. But what shall it profit you? What shall it profit you if you lose your sensibilities as a normal human being? You not become a beast, you not become an animal, you not become an agent of desecration. But remember, life is about sowing and reaping. You cannot waste lives and expect to live a joyful life. But you are here to live a joyful life. You are here for a purpose. Everyone is designed with a purpose to achieve humanity, to achieve destiny, to fulfill destiny, to add value to this life, to your environment, more than when you meet it and how you meet it. So don't allow anybody to lure you to do those things which will make you to cry when tomorrow comes. Remember that you cannot dine with the devil and get away with it. They used to say, he that must eat with the devil must eat a long spoon. How long can be your spoon? Do you know the length of the arm of the devil? If you have watched Fantastic Four, you know that one that can stretch. So how do you know how long can be your spoon? So the best is not to try it at all. No, don't try it at all. So warn your daughters to avoid these kind of ladies. They call them ladies of easy virtue, because they make them to do things. It's to be like a call. They make them to swear to take them, do some diabolical things like selling their souls to the devil, and that is not good news. So once again, to be able to prevent this, we come back to relationship. Either relationship in the family, relationship as husband and wife, relationship as parents to children, relationship as siblings. If relationships are on good keel, then it will be able to work together to fight this Delilah generation. Husband, love your wife. Wife, love your husband. Always put the card on the table. When you have any challenge, say it. Okay? When you have any challenge, say it. Then you'll be able to fight it together. So nobody can use anything to blackmail you. It happened, let me round up with this. It happened in a particular church. The senior pastor happened to fall a victim to one of these Delilah generation agents. And she now told the pastor, well, after giving her conditionalities, well, I'm coming to come and blow up her secrets in the church. But fortunately for this man of God, he was able to reconcile back with God, ask God for sorry. He was really penitent was able to recover himself before he went too far, before the poison of the snake of the later generation bit too much into him. So he cried unto heavens for help. So on this particular day during the service, the lady came in and was ready to blow it all, say, yes, this so-called man of God indeed, ABC, was ready to spill the beans, to pull down the man of God. Imagine if that one is done by the lady without the man of God saying it first. Then his family, his ministry, everything. I will leave to go back to God. It will be, the damage will be too much. So fortunately for him, if I can say that, he said, church, I have something to say to you. To cut the long story short, he spilled the bean himself. Say, I have done so many terrible things which I'm ashamed to talk about. And I'm here to apologize. I've confessed to God, I've asked God for forgiveness. I'm still with God, pleading for his mercy, for his forgiveness, for his restoration, to decontaminate my body from the poison of this evil act I got myself into. Please remember to subscribe, remember to give thumbs up, and remember to share your comment about this, the Lala generation. May you not be their victim. May your brother, husband, or friend, or father not be their victim. So the pastor spilled the bean himself, said, so, I've been having an unholy affair with her. And henceforth, it proceeds no further. The people, members were shocked. Money got up and left. The pastor, they saw that he was visibly sober and was, I'm not sure whether he was in tears, but according to the report, he was visibly sober. Many left, some stayed behind, some were in tears, say, how are the mighty falling? How are the mighty falling? How did it happen? How did this happen? Some few stayed behind, they prayed with him, some met with him, counseled, they said that as of today, he's back with God. He survived it. He survived it. So, parents, be real friends to your sons and your daughters. Have good rapport with them, please. That is very much essential. You are not monitoring them. You are not dovetailing them. You are only after their well-being. But it will be very easy for you. Easy for them if there is good rapport between you and your children, both boys and girls. Please. There is a story that is just, I saw it on the media also yesterday, and some of them posted it yesterday, about a secondary school girl, a teenager. She was serving punishment, and they just saw that her arm was bleeding, and they asked her to remove, to check what was up. They saw that she had an implant on her arm. That implant is that one they use for contraceptive. She's an SS student around maybe between 15 and 16 years old. And when she was interviewed, say, how come? What they say? She wasn't the only one. And I'm going to report when the investigation was done among her peers in the school, they found about 40 of them had the same implant in their bodies. So you can see what this generation is turning into. May your father, may your brother, may your husband, may your sons, May your cousins not become a victim and not become an agent of this army of desecration. Thank you for reflecting with me. Until we meet again, have a nice day and keep praying. It's walk, watch, and pray. Don't just pray. Shine your eye. Shine your eye. Know what your husband, your wife, your daughters get involved in, who they get involved with, so that it will be able to save us that gory tale, that sorry tale. No, nobody wants that. We want good news. And I pray your story will be good. So remember to subscribe to our channel, Misinuga Reflection.